guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. I got my man Flobby back on the line. Flobby, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey Ash, happy to be back. Yeah, I'm doing really great. I hope you do as well. And yeah, I'm happy for the video.
Indeed, man. I am happy to have you on. You just started a YouTube channel, my friend. It is in German, but the good news is 5% of my viewers are actually from Germany. So, and if you're not from Germany, I'm sure you'll enjoy his gameplay just the same. So I'll have that link so you guys can subscribe to Flobby in the show notes below. But Flobby, tell me the story of this deck, man. Not this deck, but this. Where is it? Here we go. This deck. You love it, dude. You were super enthusiastic. I had Morton on a few days ago, and you and him both like had. Well, you played. You tell me the story. I'll put on the replay. I'll shut up.
It is actually a really crazy story, because Morton and I played the season end, and we pushed like 7-8 hours straight, and we both had not the Goblin Cage max, so it was a kind of a problem because Goblin Cage was already so strong at that point. And then we decided, because like I had like 300 left and Morton like 400 or 450 as well, we decided to max it. So we opened a few chests and maxed the Goblin Cage because it was so strong at that point, and we were like not really coming up in the ladder with like different decks. So we decided to max it, and then we both played Golem Goblin Cage, and yeah, we stopped tilting, and after like 9 hours tilting, at the season end, in the last hour, we both played this deck and came still in the top 150 both. Morton finished 66, I finished 130 because I lost my last 3 games, unluckily. But it was such a great end. And yeah, I made this deck because also the buff and like the balance changes, they came before the season end ended actually. So like 1 hour 20 before the season ended, they came out. And Barbara was kind of like really weak at that point, so I put Dark Prince for Barbara, and then we played this deck, and it worked so well. And yeah, it's crazy.
What is it about this deck that is so strong? What is it about this deck that made you untilt, both of you guys?
I think the most important part is obviously Goblin Cage, because Goblin Cage is so unbelievably strong right now. And then it was also like that, this kind of more as like a defensive Golem variant, I would say, because you have like Ice Wizard, Nado, Baby Dragon. You have like a lot of strong defensive troops, and then you can build like counter pushes. So I think this deck just worked perfectly together, and then with the Goblin Cage being really strong, it's just like really good.
How do you play Goblin Cage in a beatdown deck? I mean, I'm sure we'll be playing live matches throughout the entire video, but for me, it does not seem like the natural fit for the card, you know? So how are you using it? How, like, just explain in a nutshell what its role is and when would be a good time to use it. Are you using it more in single elixir? Are you trying to build a golem push after you place it or before you place it? Like, you know, help me out. Help me, talk about the synergy.
Basically, you always try to put the Goblin Cage on the field and build a push after it. So you have like a 4 elixir card on the field, which is also strong in defense, and then you build a push, so you have like an elixir advantage on the field. That's basically what I always try to do. Okay. So normally you just like use it in defense, obviously against the prince, like against like all these cards.
Charging units,
so
whatever.
Strong.
Yeah.
Exactly, whatever. And then you can use it as like a offense. Like for the offense, if you play like a Lumberjack before it, or like even if you have elixir for Golem, or like you just put it on the field. The enemy has like you have like elixir lead over the enemy, and then you can just play Golem in the back, and you still have the Goblin Cage to defend on the field. And this is like the most strongest part of this combination.
Okay, dude, let's go ahead and hop into ladder, man. I'm excited to see you play this deck. All right, here we go with our first match, guys. Now, what I was wondering at the end of that match is I noticed that you played the Goblin Cage before you dropped the Golem, and then after the Goblin Cage, you dropped the Golem in front of the King Tower instead of behind the King Tower. My question to you is the Goblin Brawler, who comes out of the cage, is he a part of your offensive push, or is it just kind of a defensive card like you would use the Tombstone, if that makes sense?
In this situation, in this situation was just like a defensive card I like used to distract like his troops, or like I think it was an expo or something.
Yeah.
But sometimes I also use it like to put it like so that the Golem is in front of the Goblin, the Brawler, the Goblin Brawler.
Yeah.
Do you call it Goblin Brawler or Brawler?
Brawler. What do you call him in German?
It's actually it's Kobold Koloss. It's
Kobold
quite funny.
Koloss?
Yeah, Kobold Koloss. It's a weird name.
Okay.
But yeah, we also just sometimes we just call him Crack Goblin because he's so broken at the moment.
Okay, got you. All right. So anyway, you're going against, dude. What is this? A Mega Knight? It's Mega Knight Minor Bait, man.
Yeah.
That's
The
been a
thing
long
is, the
time
Goblin
since I've seen
Cage
this
is
deck.
yeah, the Goblin Cage is really strong against the Mega Knight. That's why I think this matchup should be fine. But the thing is also that sometimes the Mega Knight is jumping on the Goblin, on the Brawler after the Goblin Cage gets destroyed. It's kind of a bug. It's also with the Bandit.
Okay.
It sometimes happens. Like with the Bandit, because she's in tower range sometimes, so she directly charges. So it charges still on the Brawler. That's sometimes a bit annoying.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen that
Kind
too.
of a bug, not really a bug, but kind of, and yeah, that's
Yeah,
sometimes
kind of like a
bit
weird interaction quirk or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, interesting. So I had actually Juicy J on the channel like a week or two ago, sharing the deck that he used with that won him $50,000 in WGC, and he said that he plays like ultra conservatively in single elixir time. Do you play?
Yeah.
Because this seems like to be like even more of a defensive deck than I've ever seen it for a Golem deck. So are you just like? He said that he'll even over defend in single elixir time, which is something that I'm not used to, because most Golem players say that, you know, take some tower damage, try to build up that elixir advantage. So where do you stand on that?
Yeah, I think I agree. Like, I also play really defensive in the single elixir time, but I wouldn't like always over commit in defense. Like,
Okay. Because he'll
Like,
use,
what-
like, for example, like, he'll take on purpose a negative elixir trade sometimes just to preserve his tower health until double elixir time.
yeah, I would definitely take, in some situations, I would definitely take tank damage instead of like defending completely his push. But yeah, I mean, that's different with all like the
Yeah.
players. It's good that
Yeah.
we have different play styles. and yeah.
Absolutely, and this is an interesting decision here, and this is just what you're talking about before, that you would sometimes play the Golem in front of the Goblin Cage to get that value out of the Brawler, and now you...
Yeah, no, that's really good for me right now.
Yeah,
I think
that's GG.
it was like perfectly. Now I perfectly was able to use the Brawler in the back of the Golem.
Yep.
But in a lot of situations, you just use it as a defensive card to distract like his troops or like Hog Riders, Wham Riders, whatever.
Yeah, man, that was really well played. That was this looks like a fun deck to play. Okay, so if I got you right here, you play maybe defensively oriented, but not as much as maybe some players, as Juicy, for example.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly.
But in single elixir time, you're rarely using Golem, correct?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. Just if I have like a really big elixir
elixir lead,
advantage,
yeah.
or if I feel like it's really good in this matchup. Or for example, against Expo, I use it a lot of times early. When he plays the Expo, I can just like react with the Golem, obviously.
Got you. Do you in single elixir time? Do you play like? Do you sometimes put some like opposite lane pressure comboed with the Goblin Cage, like maybe a Goblin
Yeah.
Cage and a Dark Prince or something like that, just to kind of stay on the
It
offensive?
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But it happens more in the double elixir time,
Okay.
because then you have more elixir and the backup troops, Dark Prince, Lumberjack, they're all 4 elixir. So sometimes it's a bit hard to double lane pressure with this Golem deck. But like in double elixir, it happens more, but also sometimes in single elixir. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's one thing, honestly, that I kind of, you know, we've had you on the channel so many times now. I've covered Golem decks so many times. And it's one thing I still haven't really mastered myself. I still haven't really figured out how to... When is the appropriate time to put pressure on in single elixir... Or let me rephrase. When is the appropriate time to be aggressive without the Golem? Like, just, you know, Dark Prince, whatever, you know?
Yeah,
That's something that I
it
kinda-
depends. Like
yeah.
in some matchups, when the enemy, for example, doesn't have like a big spell, that's most of the times when I use like my backup just as like spamming it on the bridge to use it like a really big push. But most of the times I just build big backup behind the Golem. Just in some matchups where like the enemy is pressuring me really hard and I don't really come to offense, I just use like my backup and like use Lumberjack in front of that as a bridge spam. And yeah, that's like in some situations I kind of use it like that, but most of the times it's just like a big push.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I feel like I'm asking you like a million questions this video, but
Yeah,
I'm just,
actually, because like maybe some of the viewers just asked like, oh, why did he play Golem
Yeah.
early there? I had like kind of a pretty good elixir lead, so that's why I played it. Like he also needed to defend the Dark Prince in the situation, and I was like in a little elixir lead. So yeah, I played the Golem in this situation, and as you saw, like I got pretty good damage, and I'm still in an elixir lead. So that was fine in this situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there you go with Golem again. He goes with Expo.
Yeah, I think he's playing the Expo Pump deck actually, but he never played Bump in this match. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like a Expo cycle. He doesn't have pump, so it's weird.
He's not having Pump.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's basically, it is like the pump deck, but he's playing without pump. That's interesting.
Yeah. He's playing basically Musketeer in 2.9. In the cycle card. It's a little bit different. Anyway, so another question that I have for you while you get this push going is another thing that Juicy mentioned that I thought was interesting, and I wanted to get your take on it in terms of comparing play styles. Is that and wow, well done there. Is that he said that one mistake that he sees Golem players make a lot is that they don't use their support troops early enough, like taking advantage of the Golem's hit points, its health, you know? So I wonder, do you have that? Do you see the same thing? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. Like a lot of like the players who are not playing Golem a lot or who are not that used to Golem, they never know if they still should support a push when a Golem is like low life or something like this. And basically, if a Golem is in front like of your backup, or like if a Golem is still alive, I nearly always put backup behind it. Like there are just a few situations when he already stacked like a lot of backup that I don't go in anymore. But like the most times I just completely spam the troops after like the Golem, even if he's like just low life, because with the Golem tanking, even the mini Golems, like you get so much value out of your backup, and that's why you use it in so many situations, even if the Golem is low life. So
play passive. Feel free to search. Play rather passively, but then when you use your Golem, it's such a big investment that you try to just cash in. You know, you essentially And he said that also he doesn't wait for the opponent to drop their defensive troops. He just drops them if he has the elixir. Are you the same way too? In other words, like he thinks that. Because when I play Golem, and I think that this is maybe a mistake now, but when I play Golem, like I'll wait to see what they use first. Like if they're going to use minions, then I'll drop Baby Dragon. If they're going to use a Musketeer, then I'll drop, I don't know, a Lumberjack or something. Is there a certain, like, what is your philosophy on choosing which cards to support your Golem with?
I think normally, like, I would, like, when I don't have a building in my Golem deck, then I also play really defensive and react to the enemy. Like, what is he playing in the back? And then I react with like the best possible answer. But with the Goblin Cage, sometimes I just drop the Goblin Cage on the ground first, even if like both are at 10 elixir, because then he needs to react to that, and then I can react to his reaction. So like basically, I always also try to like play my best possible card against like that what he's playing. For example, right now he's dropping the Ice Wizard. And now I would probably play like a Mega Minion in the back or something, and not like a Lumberjack. But like, yeah, it depends on always on the situation.
Okay, so he could be playing.
Now I have like my
Graveyard or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe actually. Yeah, it should be Graveyard. Actually,
Splash Yard. Yeah,
would make the most sense.
Ooh, Miner. Okay.
Miner. Okay, interesting. He's playing like a minor poison deck with cannon card. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't see that a long time in ladder, so okay, let's see.
Do you think that, what are your stance on the big cards that everybody's talking about in the balance changes? Like, do you think that P.E.K.K.A.'s, you must be happy with the P.E.K.K.A. changes, right, as a Golem player? Because it seems like she's a bit worse versus Golem.
The thing is, we had a talk about exactly that thing. Like, Big Spin and me had a talk on stream about exactly this thing. And Morten said that P.E.K.K.A. will be completely dead. Like he thought like it will be so dead because the 10% are so strong. But I said, I think the P.E.K.K.A. will stay the same or maybe even a bit stronger because of the range buff. And I don't feel really like the Golem is the P.E.K.K.A. is weaker right now. Like
me neither.
Maybe like I feel like it's basically the same like before, because the range basically canceled the nerf of the health. That's the problem.
Yeah, I agree with you. She does seem like way stronger against cycle decks and maybe a little bit weaker against like beatdown decks. But it's tough to say. You're right. It's just very situational. You know.
Yeah.
All right. So here you go, Golem. You did take a decent amount of damage to that left tower throughout the single elixir time, but you still have time to.
Unluckily, the cannon card
locked in,
connected on my tower. That was a bit unlucky, but yeah, he also played it really well.
Because you have the Goblin Cage in this deck, are you using more? Are you using your Tornado more offensively because you don't necessarily need it to activate as much as you would without a defensive building?
No, I don't really think. I think I just like use my Nado
whenever it's
like whatever it's needed. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
it's
you.
not really that I use it less or more. I mean, you maybe could say you can use it a bit more or less, but yeah, I mean, it's not that it's like such a big interaction change or something.
I got you.
But yeah, actually, this is quite a hard matchup, and he played it also really well. I think he will just poison right now.
Yeah.
And it should be GG.
Yeah, well played. That one cannon cart, like you said, that was a tough lock there.
Yeah, and he also had like Ice with a Baby Nado. He had quite a good backup against me, and then he also used the cannon cart really well. So yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, do you want to GG's? Do you want to give me a little flobby coaching here?
Yeah, we can
Right,
actually do that.
I'm excited to try this deck out. I need to max out. What is it? Is the best way to max out a rare card to buy lightning chests?
Yeah, I like Morten and I did it with the lightning chest.
Against Alberto. All right. So my starting hand is Baby Dragon, Dark Prince, Ice Wizard, and Mega Minion with Golem as my 5th card. So
I would just wait for him.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you can play like a Mega Minion or Ice Wizard. Yeah, Ice Wizard is perfect. Ice Wizard actually is the best answer, I think. And like try to let the witch go on your side of field.
Yep. Okay, that's interesting play by him.
It's good for you, yeah. The
Yeah.
splash damage is really good. I would even go with a Lumberjack because he has like
so
you
much
have
elixir.
such a
Yeah.
exactly. Just to counter push and see like if he has an elixir to defend it.
Okay.
Ooh, he actually defended that pretty nice.
Yeah, no big deal though.
Yeah.
So now I think I do have elixir lead here.
Yeah.
So should I Golem left?
Yes.
Okay.
I would do Golem.
I had
still
obviously I
like-
had Goblin Cage in hand too, so I could have like set up with that first, but I wanted to cash in on the elixir, right? And that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy. I would have had I known he was gonna rage, I would have just King Tower activated, but whatever.
Yeah, I would always activate the King Tower on the first loon. Like I would have let just play nothing. I nearly always try to activate the loon on the first hit because now it's too late to activate the tower in the next loon because the tower would be down. So I nearly try always to activate it with the first. But yeah. Yeah, the problem is that the Musketeer will kill the Baby Dragon. Like you should just play some like a backup troop still because.
Oh, okay.
Golem...
See, this is what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have played the Nado because the Musketeer was too healthy and it wins the battle. But you still nearly get the tower because of the Golem, the mini Golem's tanking.
Yeah.
And the Musketeer was winning the battle against the Baby Dragon. And if you see that, I normally play like a backup troop to support the Baby Dragon.
Okay, all right. Instead of Nadoing, I should have dropped.
And maybe then play the Nado, but yeah. Yeah, now you should definitely try to defend it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great defense. Now you should. I would play Ice Wizard in the left back.
Okay.
Ice Wizard
was one card away. Yep. Now I get it.
He will try to go in again. Not. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay. I would not play my Nado.
Yep. Save Nado for the balloon. And should be able to take care
I
of
will
this.
play Golem. I will play Golem right now.
Oh, you would play Golem at bridge there?
Ah, okay, but it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, it's still fine. The problem is you need to get this tower.
Need to get the yeah. Okay, now I'll Golem.
Would be like, I think it could be close. It could get really close. I don't know if he's able to defend it. If he's able, it will be really hard. But if the Golem, yeah, it should be enough. The Golem might should get the tower.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, there we go. GG's.
Like that's the thing. Like he has now no building, no Nado. It's really hard for him to defend like the Golem to not get on the tower.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
GG.
Let's do. Want to do? Can I do one more? I don't know how long the video is.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Let's do it. Do you do coaching and stuff, and or not really? Do you just mainly stream? And
I did
content
basically for Trimix. Like I don't know. If, like,
oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I coach like Trimix and sometimes I do a little like coaching in my family or something.
Oh,
like
that's
this,
cool.
like,
Yeah. But
like
you're not
with my dad or something because he's also playing this game.
Oh, nice. Hi, Flubby's dad, if you're watching.
Right. But in general, I don't do official coaching.
Got you. All right, so I'm just cycling here. Looks like he's playing, well, who knows, right, with Musketeer.
Yeah. The thing is, against the Musketeer, a Mega Minion is not the best answer. I would, like, if has the Musketeer in the lane, I would never answer with the Mega Minion, because the Mega Minion just dies completely to the Musketeer.
That's true.
And if you have like a Dark Prince or something or a tank, it's so much better against
That's
the
true.
Musketeer. But yeah, I mean, still it's fine. It should be a fine defense.
Don't think I need to play anything else.
No, I think that's fine.
But you're right. Yeah,
He's
that's a
weird
good call.
giant deck.
Yeah. It's a good like little nuanced thing though that's good to point out to my viewers. Like this is why I like doing these battles, not because the gameplay is anything special, but because you can learn from my mistakes by
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and this situation is kind of weird. Again, should I just keep cycling in the back at this point?
Yeah, I would just play defensive because still seeing elixir time, and it could be possible that he's playing
Graveyard or something.
a giant graveyard, and then like he could punish really hard. So I would just keep playing defensive. Yeah.
Should I be playing that in the other opposite lane?
No, in this situation it's fine. I mean, normally you can also play it in the other lane, but if you wouldn't have giant, it would have been bad in the other lane because the musketeer wouldn't attack it. So it was perfectly played in this situation. If you see a giant coming, then I would play it in the other lane, like one tile more left.
Yeah. All right, so now I do think I have. Let's see if he plays anything here.
Like he has no giant in cycle.
Yeah,
And,
so
like,
should I
if
play
you play
Golem here?
Musketeer- Yeah, I would play.
Yeah.
I would play. Even if he musketeers in the back, I would Golem same lane.
Okay, well that's
just-
fine.
yeah,
Let
okay,
that go.
perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would have waited and leaked there to see if what he did first, if you were me, or was that okay?
No.
Okay.
No. Just if he would have played a musketeer, I would play it the same lane,
Okay.
whatever lane it was.
So there I Mega Minioned. I have Dark Prince in hand as well. Should I Dark Prince here?
Yes, definitely. I would play the backup troops way closer behind the golem because they are just like doing nothing right now, and they could do if they are closer. Now the thing is, now you gave him so much
fireball
spell value.
yeah.
If you play like the troops behind the golem, then he will maybe early play a spell, and then he doesn't get so much value. That's why I play the troops always maybe way closer than in this situation.
Okay, cool.
I would just go golem in the back again. Yeah, perfect. You still have the Ice Wizard, so he can't really go in the same lane.
Yeah.
He also can't really go in the other lane because the tower is full health. So I would play like Bren Chong, put Lumberjack or Dark Prince behind the Golem.
Okay.
Like the Mega Man it's too far away. Like the Mega Man is
Okay. So come on, Ad.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, I got you.
The Dark Prince is perfect, but
Yeah.
yeah, I would play the like.
Should I be
just, like,
nadoing
now-
on offense here if he drops Muskie?
Yes, if he drops Muskie, instantly. Yeah, now
Okay.
you can Lumberjack because he dropped the Fireball.
Yeah.
You can play Nado.
Okay, I think I screwed up there. Right?
Oh yeah. You can also just play a Golem. That's fine.
Okay.
He doesn't save the Musketeer from dying, so that's a really
And
great
he's using so
situation
much
for
elixir
you.
right now, so.
Yeah, it's so good for you right now.
Is that still too far back?
Yeah. But I mean, it's okay. But I would just play it like I would not just.
I guess you know what it is?
Mega
It's
Man.
like I'm paranoid about the. I'm
Yeah, I know, I
paranoid
would
about it
just
going in
always-
front. You know?
The thing is also with Lumberjack and Dark Prince, they are pushing the Golem a bit. So
I
I
got
would
you.
always play Lumberjack or Dark Prince behind
Right
the Golem.
on his.
the Mega
his
Minion
ash.
just to react.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it.
perfect. Yeah, but it was really well played. Like,
Yeah.
you exactly saw that, like, the push before was not really going to get his tower, but it deals a lot of damage, and he needed to spend a lot of elixir. You played another golem, and then you build a big push, and you won. That's perfect. That's perfect.
All right, well, thank you, man. I really appreciate you coming on. I love having you on the channel, dude. You're such a good teacher. You'd be a great coach. And so your
Thanks.
family is very lucky, and Trimax and me now are very lucky.
Nice.
So thanks so much for coming on the channel again, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Flobby's YouTube channel. Follow him on social media. All that information will be in the show notes below. Any final words or shout-outs or anything like that, Flobby?
I don't think so. I think thanks for inviting me again. It was really great, and yeah, have a nice day, guys.
You too, man. My pleasure. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Check out Flobby's stats and player profile. Thanks to statsroyale.com. That will be in the show notes below, along with his information. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Thank you for watching, guys, and as always, take care, guys.